Hey, I'm Aaron Ross, founder of Pebblestorm, and I got back last night at 3 o'clock in the morning from Peru, and already today I'm just starting to begin the planning process of a Unique Genius product launch with my good friend and client here, Jared Krause. So today we spent our first couple of hours just going through and laying out a plan and thinking about how we're going to do this. And what I wanted to do and what we want to do together is through this process actually document not only what are we doing while we do it, but also how we're feeling, like what's fun and what's stressful. So right now, by the way, like it's been cool. We've just been like kicking around and planning it. No stress. Hopefully that will, not hopefully, but that'll come later. But we want to minimize it. And I'll start here with this little video with three things. One, just how we're feeling, and then share two, the principles around, like the general principles around the launch that we're planning, and then three, some of the actual specific things we decided on today and that we did, and what we'll do next. So with that, let me take this over and turn on to Jared. So Jared, like first how you're feeling, and then let's talk about the principles that we are using to figure this out.
Totally. So I'm feeling really excited about it. I've been wanting to
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do this launch with Aaron. I'm really pumped to get this off the ground. And there's like a few basic things that I think are the most critical parts of making this super successful. And they're maybe not obvious, but for me, like the most important thing of the whole thing is planning. That's really about like setting up a plan that's workable, setting up an endpoint that we want to reach. Like for example, we know that we want to have a product launch, and we know about what the date is. And
yeah, the 19th.
The 19th, exactly.
July.
So we don't even know exactly what the product is going to be, but we do know when we want to launch it.
Yep.
And now we're going to work backwards into, okay, what are all the things that we need to do? What are all of the steps? And what are all of the pieces inside each of those steps that we need to accomplish in that 6-week period?
Yep. So first, yeah, like a strong, like a good plan, which even today is like we know our end is July 19th. We know our beginning, which is today, and we sort of figure out the middle. Right. Like when we calendared some stuff in the middle, which we'll get to.
That's right.
So strong plan. Second one you mentioned was we don't need to know everything either.
That's right. So the first thing is strong plan. The second thing is we don't need to know everything. We don't need to know all the details. Like for example, we know the time frame we're looking at, but we don't know exactly what the product is going to be.
Or the title.
Or the title.
Or the price.
Or the price. Exactly. We have like a price range.
What's in it?
Yeah.
We have vague ideas.
Content idea, but we don't have like just a super specific thing about all those. It's just a time frame right now.
Yeah.
And then the third thing, which in some ways is the most important, is that we know we want to have fun. Like we know that we don't want this to be stressful. We want it to be like a good time for both of us.
Yeah, not kill ourselves.
We don't want to kill ourselves. Then we want it to be an awesome launch, and we want to both have a lot of fun doing it. So we know that going into it, we have to set ourselves up kind of to win in that regard. Meaning we need to give ourselves enough time, and that's the whole purpose of the planning, is so that we know, okay, we have plenty of time, and we're going to have fun because we have enough time to actually execute this in a fun way.
Yeah, cool. All right, here, and I'll go through. So today, like basically today was, we spent probably about 2 hours, really just chatting. But there was, and we talked about these principles came out around, okay, what's the plan? And really the plan, there's no spreadsheet. It's just, okay, what's the launch date and what's our next step? And there's a couple things in the middle, which I'll go through here. So some of the specifics we went through today were, okay, we picked a launch date of July 19th. And in the next videos, we can go through why. But the main thing is giving us at least 6 weeks out. The next step we decided on too is we started to block out some calendar time. So we blocked out 4 hours this Friday where we can create a bunch of, not create because a lot of the content's already created, but to create, reshape, edit, package a lot of the content into both the product and into some of the marketing materials. So we scheduled the next step, which is a 4-hour working session. We've also, there's something that's required, which is a couple days, potentially 2 days of video shooting. So, Mikey, Kizzy. So we scheduled, because having full days for me is tough, so we scheduled out 2 full days of potential video shooting in, was it June 30th, July 1st? Yep. So like almost a month out, just to make sure we have those. We also agreed on a partnership plan in terms of compensation, percentage of results. We do have a rough, and we have 2 things. We have a rough idea of how much it'll be, so $150 to $300, because we really just want to do a information product. And we have a rough idea about the content, so a workbook, some audio, and some video. But other than that, we don't know much more than that. So and we have an interloper. And this is the extra challenge of having people bugging us while we try to work, right?
Yeah.
Right. Come on. So that's it for today. And just again on a feeling, this was really fun. I know there'll be parts of this which will be stressful when there's a crunch time, but the idea is just to have fewer of those and to be able to space it out and be able to really have some more fun and enjoy it, so that not only can I enjoy the process of creating this, but also the results will be better because the fun will come through with the product and the marketing when the launch happens, and actually will have more money, we'll have a bigger success, make more money through the launch by enjoying and having fun through the process. So that's it for this first update. It's I guess it's June, just for a date, June 7th, and really excited to kick it off, and let's do this at least once a week.
Awesome.
What do you think, Scott?
Yeah.
And Jared, good God, man! Stop that! You're confusing me!